right, guys, a couple of days later. How long has it been? 2 weeks? A week?
5 days.
5 days? Yeah.
Yes.
So about a week later, we got the go-ahead to fix this Audi. I had to talk to the insurance guy, and we kind of went back and forth. They approved the repair job, so they told us to repair it. I had to order the charger cooler, so I recommended replacing the charger cooler on the driver's side and the tubes around it. We got the parts. Now we're gonna go ahead and repair this Audi. So the first thing we're gonna do now is we're going to remove the front bumper. After we remove the front bumper, we're gonna get access to the charger cooler and replace it. So now let's do that. So here is our charge air cooler. This is the part number. So I'm going to show you the charge air cooler that we're gonna install. So this is the bottom tube, and this is the mass airflow sensor connector that's broken. So here is our brand new charge air cooler. Okay, and we got this from Audi. So genuine OEM part. All right, so now we're gonna remove the bumper. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pry this plastic piece up. So this piece just pops off. Okay. And then we're gonna get this out of the way. So the next thing is we're gonna pry this seal back like that, and then we're gonna remove this cover. To remove this, we're gonna remove these plastic rivets. There's one over here, and then there's another one right here. After we remove this cover is gonna come off. So let's go ahead and do that. Nice. Gently pry this up. Okay, just like that. Okay, let's pry the other side at the same time. Hold on. Pry this up, yeah, just like that. So we got these plastic covers that cover the radiator and the front of the grill removed. So now the next thing is going to be undoing this torque screw. We're going to undo this one, and then we're going to undo this one over here, and then the third one right here. And then this one over here. So now the next step is going to be getting to the wheel well and removing the bolts that hold the bumper to the fender. So we're going to undo this bolt over here, this little screw, and then this one, and then this, and then there's another one right over here. Okay, after we undo this, we're gonna push this fender liner on the side so we can get to the bolt that hold the bumper cover on the fender. So we got these bolts removed. So now we can just flip this back. And then there's another one up here that we also have to undo. And after we undo this one, our front bumper is going to come off. Now there is a little plastic rivet here that we have to remove. So just like that. Okay, so actually we didn't even have to remove this bolt. So now, as you can see, our bumper cover is coming out. Okay, so we also gonna remove this screw over here. Nice. Yeah, I mean, you can leave it on if it's not coming out. Perfect. So at this point, as you can see, our bumper cover is coming out. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna remove these screws on the passenger side, and then our bumper cover is gonna come out. We are here on the passenger side. I wanna show you the passenger side, although I wanted to do this off camera, but it's the same process, removing these bolts so that we can get the bumper cover off. But there is a big electrical connector over here. This connector connects the turn signal light and the fog light on the bumper to the wiring harness. So it's very nice how they designed this, because once you disconnect this wiring harness, you don't have to disconnect each individual fog light. And then there is another, okay, there's another connector here, but it's not connected to anything. Or maybe they forgot to connect this. You see this? This was disconnected. So they must have forgotten to connect this. So we're gonna remove this bolt up here, and then the bumper cover is gonna come out. The bumper is about to come out. The driver's side is already loose. So now I'm gonna release the passenger side. So just like that. So here comes our front bumper. I mean our bumper cover. I guess that's how it's called. So now let's take it away. Let's get it out of the way. So we got the front bumper removed. So now we're gonna remove this windshield that covers the charge air cooler. So before we remove the charge air cooler comes up all the way to this tube over here. So we're gonna have to remove the upper radiator hose so we can undo these two bolts that connect the charge air cooler to this Y pipe over here. So you can go ahead and remove that. Okay, yeah, just rock this back and forth, just like that. We have a drain container under the car. Okay, so we can just push this out of the way. Now we're gonna undo these two bolts. I'm gonna undo this one up here first. And then we're gonna undo the other one over here. It fell down. So here comes the second bolt. So the charge air cooler can be separated from this piece over here. So now we're gonna remove the bolt that hold the charge air cooler in place, and then the charge air cooler will come out. Now we're gonna remove this lower tube of the charge air cooler. I'm gonna undo this clamp all the way. So this is the tube that was leaking.
It's broken.
Yeah, the O-ring, see the O-ring? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the O-ring is completely broken. Actually, we can remove the charger cooler first, and then this tube is gonna come out. So we're gonna undo these two, and then this one over here. So let me undo this one first. And then these two up here. So now the charger cooler should be able to come out. So here comes our charge air cooler. There's a little crack here. I don't know if you can see it. So this is why we're removing this charge air cooler. Okay. So we got that out of the way. So now we're gonna remove this tube. Okay. Now we're gonna install our new tube. So here is the new tube. This is the part number. So just like that. So I'm going to remove the O-ring that goes over here. This O-ring. I'm going to install a brand new O-ring right there. Let me put a little bit of grease on it. Squeeze it up a little bit. So here comes our brand new charge air cooler. We're gonna install this now. Okay, now I can push this now. Yeah, so now I have enough slack here to adjust it. Yeah, so pushing this will help. Okay. Nice. All right, so everything is lined up. So now I'm gonna install the screws, I guess the bolts that hold this on. All right, nice. So this tube is installed correctly all the way and correctly. Yeah, you see how it's sitting well.
No green O-ring.
No green O-ring sticking. That's good. Okay, perfect. So that's tightened. We're good to go. So we tightened these bolts, right? So now we're gonna reinstall our wind shield this way, right? All right, so now I'm going to lower the vehicle. Stuff this over here. If it falls, it's not going to fall down. Because you have to be careful not to strip the nut on the new cooler. And if you do, you're screwed. All right, so now we're going to tighten this one. You see that light? All right, we're good. We got these two bolts up here tightened. So now we're gonna reconnect the upper radiator hose. Just like that. Very good. The charge air cooler has been installed. Now the next step is gonna be reinstalling the front bumper cover. And after that, we're gonna take this vehicle for a test drive to see if this has fixed the problem. So here comes our bumper cover. So at this point, everything we're doing is the reverse process of the removal process. So we gotta make sure everything lines up.
I think you set yours in too quick.
Let me come with you outside, you can go over there.
Can I put plastic in?
Not yet. Okay, you can come back on this side.
I got the plastic popped in.
Popped in? Okay, let me make sure we are lined. So this thing over here is not lined up. Oh, it's on? Okay. Let me, so the, where's that light? Can you go pop the plastic, the rivet on that side? Right here.
Oh, there it is. All right, perfect. So let's raise it up. So we got the bumper cover installed. So now we're gonna reconnect our electrical connector. Just like that. We're gonna reconnect the bottom one, which wasn't connected. So now we're going to install these little screws over here. All right, so we're good. We are done on the passenger side. We're gonna do the same thing on the driver side, which is the same thing. We're gonna do that off camera, and then we're gonna lower the vehicle and bring you guys back up so we can install the top covers. So the first thing we're gonna do before we install the top covers, we're gonna install these bolts that hold the bumper cover on the cross, on the radiator support.
T30s.
And these are T30s. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I always tend to forget to say the size of the bolts. So these are T30s. Do you remember the small ones? What size they were?
T20s, I believe.
T20s, okay.
For the wheel wells.
So you're gonna need a T30 torque socket for these ones. And then T20s for the small bolts on the wheel well. All right, so we got these tightened down. We're gonna install this seal here. All right. Now the next thing is we're gonna install this one. So you have to make sure that this plastic cover is lined up. And then we're gonna install our plastic rivet. So we are down to the last part. We're gonna install this cover. I'm gonna line up this coolant return hose first. All right, so just like that. We got the bumper back together. The bumper is installed. So now we're gonna lower the vehicle and take it for a test drive. Let's see if now the vehicle will drive well and stop losing power. So let's see if the vehicle is gonna stop losing power. We're gonna get the scan tool connected to the vehicle just in case we have a trouble code that comes back. And then we're gonna take it for a test drive and see how it drives this time. I have my scan tool connected to the vehicle. Let's scan the engine computer first before we go on a test drive. So the scan tool is done scanning all the control units on the vehicle. Let's go into the engine computer. Let's see what codes we have in the engine computer. So these are the codes that we had before. Mass or volume airflow sensor, A circuit range / performance. And then the other code is turbocharger / supercharger under boost. So these are the codes that we had before. So now I'm going to erase all these codes. And then we're going to go on a test drive and see what happens. So right now we don't have any codes in the engine computer because we erased them. So that's good. Let's read the codes again. Right there, no codes present, so we're good. Okay, so we don't have a code in the engine computer right now. I'm going to start the engine. Okay, so now let's take this vehicle on a test drive and see if it's going to lose power. Yeah, you can come on in. There is Mr. Carl.
What's going on?
Okay, you ready? You can grab the RTL. Let's go on a test drive and see.
No, everything's looking good.
Everything's looking good, right? No codes coming back, so that's good. The vehicle drives well. The vehicle now has a lot of power. I'm barely stepping on the accelerator pedal. So we are doing 65 miles an hour right now, which we couldn't do before. So this is fixed, guys. Yes, this is good. So, what do you think, Carl?
I think it's fixed.
It's fixed?
I think it's fixed. Got that kind of right.
Carl is looking at the scan tool as we are driving. So this is good. The vehicle now has power. This is fixed. And we still have the dealer number here. Look, show this dealer number. This is the number they put at the dealership, and these guys said that this car needed a turbo. All right, so we're good to go. The car drives well. The car now has a lot of power. We're good. I feel comfortable delivering this to the customer. We're gonna keep driving. I'm gonna turn around and drive back to the shop. And when I get back to the shop, I will bring you guys back up so we can wrap up this video. So see you guys at the shop. We are back at the shop. So the vehicle drives well. This is fixed. As you can see, the glow plug light did not come on. The check engine light is not on. So we're good to go. This is fixed. I'm gonna bring up our scan tool so we can scan the engine computer before we wrap up this video. So I'm gonna bring up the scan tool. I'm gonna turn off the engine. I'm gonna turn the key on. So let's do a code scan. Let's scan all the control units on the vehicle and see what happens. So as you can see, the key is on. So we don't have any codes in the engine computer. So right there, the engine computer is green, so that's good. No codes came back. So this is fixed, guys. So I'm gonna go into the engine computer. That's what I'm interested in. So let's read the codes right there. Trouble codes are not detected. So we don't have a code in the engine computer, so that's good. The vehicle has power. We got no lights on the dash. I mean, besides this tire pressure monitor light. So this Audi is fixed. So now I'm gonna turn off the engine so we can wrap up this video. So this Audi is fixed. The problem was a defective charger cooler and a lower hose. The O-ring on this hose was also broken. So we replaced the charger cooler and the hose. Now the vehicle is fixed. The vehicle is no longer losing power. The Audi dealership said that the vehicle needed a turbo. What do you think about that, Carl?
Sure didn't need a turbo.
It did not need a turbo. So now we're gonna have a happy customer. I'm sure my brother-in-law is going to be happy to have his car back, because this car was, you know, between shops for such a long time. I think he hasn't seen this car for like 2 months, 3 months?
Yeah.
Almost 3 months, because it stayed at the collision repair facility for almost 2 months, and then at the dealership for over 2 weeks, and then they brought it to us. We diagnosed it. We had to wait for the insurance company to approve the repair so we could repair it. We had to wait for the parts, all of that. So the car was away for over almost 3 months. And when I call him to tell him that the vehicle is fixed, he's going to be happy. So what do you say about this, Carl?
Always need a second opinion.
Always need a second opinion. I fully agree. Always need a second opinion. Get a second opinion, because you never know. Just because you take your vehicle to the dealership doesn't mean they are right all the time. I know there are dealerships out there that do great work, but some of them, you know,
Just trying to sell a job.
yeah, some of them are just trying to sell a job. I don't know. I don't want to be too hard on them, but this was not too difficult to diagnose, okay? So that's very bad. So we're gonna leave this right over here. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumb down, okay? I like what Carl is doing. Don't give it a thumb down, okay? Give it a thumbs up. And if you have a question, comments, criticism, leave them in the comment box. If you have a question for me or for Kyle, let us know. So what do you say, Carl? Any last words?
We got it done.
We got it done?
We're out of here.
Good job, buddy. Thanks for watching. See you next time.